Hi, welcome to Live and Inspire. I'm Albert Emmanuel, and this is where we like to share inspiring, informative, and educational content. And today I have with me
Rajab Mugwanya.
Rajab, or Jasbar.
Jasbar, yes.
Jasbar, right? That was the name I was looking for, Jasbar. Yeah, so welcome, Jasbar.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Albert.
Yeah, so, briefly about yourself, Jasbar, because, the audience may not know who you are, but what I know so far, you are an entrepreneur, businessman in Uganda,
Yes.
right? What else could you add to that?
Yes, so my name is Mugwanya Rajab Kawenja.
Yeah.
I'm the CEO of Kushona Designs,
All right.
a bridal store
Okay.
where we have bridal traditional wear, that is gomasses, gowns, suits, and much more.
Okay.
Then I'm also CEO of Kushona Executives,
Okay.
an award-winning ushering agency. in
Okay,
Uganda.
okay. Okay, cool.
Yes. Then there's Black Tide.
Mm-hmm.
It's a clothing brand, usually for the youth, embracing
I see.
youth.
Yeah.
We have a tech studio
Okay.
called TechNest Studios,
Mm-hmm.
where we're doing basically digital marketing.
Okay.
in the
Okay.
mosque.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
basically briefly.
Yeah, so how many companies is just that? Because you mentioned like 2, 3, or even 5 companies.
I've actually left out some, but
Okay.
we also have Jasbar Events. It's an events planning company.
Okay.
But all these are mostly in the same line.
I
of
see.
events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been involved in this type of work?
I've been in the events industry for almost all my life.
Okay, really?
I'm a second generation owner of Kushona Designs, which
Okay.
was started by my mom,
Yeah.
Ajat Kushona Rahma,
Yeah.
and she passed it on to me.
Awesome.
So that's how I became CEO of Kushona Designs. So I've been in the events industry for a while.
Yeah.
Basically, the social events, introductions,
Yeah.
weddings,
Yeah.
the kuchala.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you're conversant of those.
Well, to be fair, I'm not very familiar, but feel free to elaborate because I'm
Yeah.
sure some of the audience might not know themselves, right?
So I've been in that space for almost the whole of my life. But for the start of the ushering agency, it started like 3 years ago,
Okay.
and we're doing very well.
Yeah.
TechNest Studios has been around for like a year,
Okay.
and the reason as to why we did that is because I did a bachelor's in Networking and Cybersecurity
Okay.
in my university
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Isbat,
All right.
Isbat University.
Uh-huh.
So for Jasbar Events comes in a way of organizing these small events. We started off as organizing these trips, birthdays,
Okay.
that kind of thing. But now we're into the social events as well. These
Okay.
big weddings and introductions
Yeah.
as events managers.
Okay.
For Black Tide, it's so much of a passion thing,
Okay.
which I started in my Form 6.
All right. Wow.
Started off
That's
like
a while
that.
ago.
Yeah, it's a while ago.
Yeah.
7 years. I'm not very certain, but
Yeah.
it's a while ago.
Okay.
So basically, I've been there for quite some time.
Yeah. Okay. And so when did you become the CEO of the family
Family business.
the family business?
I became CEO of Kushona Designs 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That's like 2022.
23. Okay, 22.
22,
Okay.
23 there.
Yeah.
Somewhere there.
Cool. But growing up, did you know that that's where you will end up?
Not really. I actually didn't want to be there.
No.
Yeah. At some point, I even told my mom, I don't want to work here. But, I mean, you get to a point where you're like, if it's not me, then who's
Then
going
who?
to...
Right.
That kind of thing. But I've always had the passion for fashion,
Yeah.
not that kind of fashion, let me say. I
Because
don't
that
know
one
if
you
it's
said it's mainly like traditional
wear.
Yeah.
The gowns,
Yeah.
the suits maybe.
Yeah.
But if you look at the gomasi, you wouldn't think a guy would want to be dressing out people in gomasis at some point. So it wasn't so much of there.
Yeah.
But you learn to grow with it
Okay.
at some point.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to some age, you're like, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah. But at the same time, the other business that you started at Form 6,
Yeah.
it's a while, which means it's something you're really passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was passionate about fashion.
Yeah.
And the fashion industry is a bit... So you had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So it started off as you get maybe plain T-shirts, you brand them, then you sell to your colleagues, the people you studied with, people who maybe can embrace the vision of what you maybe are doing.
Yeah.
So to some point it started picking up. People started making the orders of these branded merch. Let me say the capes, the shirts, the sweaters, the jumpers, that kind of thing. So it's just maybe, I would say it's a step to maybe where you would want to be going in the fashion.
Okay. And so that might be maybe what you're spending most of your time on, or what would you say you spend most of your time on based on all the...
Right now I'm spending most of my time at Kushona Designs. Reason being, it's first of all, it's an 18-year-old company. So I have to. There's a lot to be done. And I have to also prove myself worthy at some point. To feel like they gave it to you in this position. What has happened after? So it's more of what is taking up my time. At some point, it looks like I even neglected the others, but they're still there.
They're still there, and
they're running smoothly. I would say.
But is it because you have hired people that can do the job without you being present? Or? Yeah.
I have one thing I really learned about the business life, I would say. Because I have mentors, people I would be talking to, and the one thing they're always talking about is creating the systems. Because to me, the ultimate success is freedom, having the time to be anywhere you would want. That's it. But all this work requires you to be at some point there. So if you create the system where things are going to be moving smoothly, where even if you're not there, things can still be moving.
Of course.
Now, for example, right now, I'm having 4 functions running at the same time.
Wow.
But when Pinto called me, I was like, it's easy, I can. You get that kind of thing. And it gives you that, what should I call it, prestige. People are doing things there, and I'm also doing something else. So there's still time to do everything else. So it gets back to, I have people doing things out for us there.
Awesome.
So it's easy to be here and there.
Exactly. It's about, you mentioned it, having that system in place that your presence is not needed at all time, but of course you need to check once in a while, but you don't have to be there like physically all the time, right?
True.
So that's the beauty of having a system. Since you are very busy with the family business now, right? And you have things to prove, right? You are the new CEO, 2 years in. There are expectations, right?
Very many.
Yeah. So would you mind sharing some of the expectations? Let's say 2 years goal, 3 years goal, or 5 year goal. What are you trying to achieve with the family business?
I'm trying to achieve a lot, but since it's been there for a while, it looks like the ideas are narrowed down to small bits. But to me, what I would say is, for example, starting up the Kushona Executives is also a milestone for me, because now Kushona can really get the whole function for you. We can dress you up, we can give you ushers, we can organize your event, we can manage it, and we can even outsource for you other service providers, that kind of thing. So it's more of making it that big. Or we even started a Kushona School of Fashion where we're teaching tailors, people who are passionate about fashion. So I'm looking in the direction of diversifying the whole thing.
Awesome.
To giving detail to the smallest bit of what we do. For example, we need tailors in the business we are in. What happens if we are the people training them for them to maybe come here or even start up their own thing? Then let me say we're dealing with brides. We can maybe look at skincare, because maybe at some point they need the skincare to come out looking good on their function.
Awesome.
So that's how I'm looking at diversifying what is already there, because it has already been going on well. Like it's been nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for the expectations, mostly is I don't think there's so much of expectations out there. I don't think, but it's more of a you game. You're like, I love seeing myself grow or something grow.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I be there and you're like,
Okay.
I really need to do this. So that's where the expectations come.
Yeah.
I feel I'm expected of a lot.
So you basically expect a lot from yourself. It's not like a lot of call it pressure from the outside world, but mainly yourself. You want to achieve more. It's like you want to bring something new. That's why you talk about it. Diversifying as well.
Yes.
Right.
It's more of myself giving that pressure, but I feel like the pressure must be out there as well.
Yeah.
And for the fact that it's been a while when I'm saying it, CEO of Kushona Designs, people are all wondering how come. There are people who are asking, I always thought Kushona was a lady. I always did this. So I feel like people are watching.
Yeah.
So there's that,
of course,
that feel of like,
you
mess up,
okay,
we're seeing you.
Awesome. Yeah, because that's something in it. Because you said it's not very common that a man
dresses up women.
Exactly. Right. So now some people might question like, really, is that man going to dress me up?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. But there's a way they're embracing it, and actually you'll find people saying, "Oh, me, I want him." Which is also bad at some point because I can't be in all these places. But people are embracing it. People are embracing it in some way.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, that means you're doing a good job since people are like demanding your your service. Right?
I think I'm doing a good job.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. And I think in terms of even being a man in that industry, it's quite unique as well. For example, a woman might say that, you know what, I actually want a man to dress me up because he might know what other men would like.
Exactly.
Right?
That's so much of an advantage at some point.
Yeah.
Since you're the only guy there, it makes people wonder like, why is he here?
Yeah.
So they'll be like, let's try and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then people coming in asking, you're like, it means you're doing good.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of bandwagon in our industry. So people will just jump to what's moving. So everyone is using Kushona, and let's really go to Kushona.
Yeah.
So it's an advantage at some point.
Yeah. I mean, 18 years up and running. That's it's a legacy, right? It's
a legacy.
Yeah, it's a brand. It's known in the market, in the industry.
Very much known.
Yeah. And how many people would you say work under you?
People that work under me right now, or
right now, or do you have plans to expand? I don't know.
I'm planning to expand. I'm looking at having over 1,000 employees.
Awesome.
In almost,
awesome,
I would say 3 years.
In 3 years' time. Yeah.
But for Kushona Designs specifically, there are like 20.
Awesome.
Then Kushona Executives, we are now over 70.
Wow.
Jasbar Events were like 15. Technest is still small. They're like 5.
Well, that's a tech. That's more of a tech company.
Yeah,
right?
it needs really the skills.
Yeah.
But the rest of these are so much of, if you can really be a quick learner, you can easily join in.
Okay. The other.
So I think I'm looking at 100 as of now.
Okay.
But the goal is 1,000.
The goal is 1,000 within 3 years.
3 years. Anyway, I won't put so much of a time into it. It might make.
Okay. Well, I'll remind you in 3 years' time, and I will remind
Please
you.
do.
Yeah.
Please
do. Okay, cool. And since you are the CEO and a man that leads these companies,
yes,
right? How would you define the way you lead them? What would you define your leadership style like?
My leadership style, I would say, is, first of all, the leadership comes in a way, respect. That was the first thing I battled with. First of all, as I was appointed CEO, I found people who are employees for the company for a while. And these are people who have also seen me grow at some point.
Yeah.
So getting that respect from them is really hard. But I realize when you give people the respect they deserve, they'll accord you the same at some point. So it gets down to the respect. I try so much to respect every person I work with. I don't know if they can even they can certify about it. But I try so much to be respectful to everyone. And the way I want to lead people is in a way of we are friends, we are family at some point. So you can approach me when you need something. I can easily tell you this is this. When you mess up, I sit you down. We talk about it. We really see what's going on. Because I look at it in a way that I try to do things that if I was in the space of being on the other side, I was the employee. This is how I would want to be to be treated. So I try to emulate that to them. So I don't know if it's working though. You can't know.
Well, I'm sure you could. When you say it's, you see it. You see your employees as part of a family, right? So it's like I'm sure you can get feedback from them as well, or at least someone there that can be straight and honest with you, right? I don't know where I got this from. I read it somewhere, or someone told me. There was this CEO. He just joined the company, and he tried to also basically establish himself within the company, and again getting the respect of the employees and getting them to work best possible together. And so what he did was, of course, establishing the relationship with the employees as best as possible. Then he had a few that was also very close to him that could actually, I don't know how you have the management in your companies, but someone that the employees can go and say things as it is, and there's straight feedback about the whole company and the leadership and the expectations, right? And this person is also straight and honest with you and sharing like, okay, this is what the other employees are feeling, right?
So I usually get that, but there's a way the position I'm in makes you feel like, do they have a choice?
That's the thing, innit? That's the thing.
I feel like I'm not so sure if it's really honest.
I see. Yeah,
so
you can never be sure. You can never be sure.
But you get that.
Yeah.
You're like, these are people who are, and according to what they do, there's a way you feel like, really, this is the best team. I think I'm doing a good job as their leader. And then out there, according to the feedback you're getting from people, like looking at your work, it really comes back to the leadership. Because if people are going to appreciate what these people are doing, I think it comes from up. So it's that kind of feedback that you get, but you, like I said, you can never be sure. No. There's a way you feel like, no, this person is saying I'm doing good because, do they have any other option? That kind of thing. But I really think I'm doing good.
I think if things were really bad, you would also feel it. You would notice it, right? Something that you mentioned, some of the employees worked there in the company when you were still a child, right? And now suddenly this young boy that came to work sometimes with the parents is now the head of the company, right? That can be tough for some. Right?
It's really tough.
How was it in the beginning when you first took over? Did you feel any, I don't know, was there any, call it bad vibe around it? Or?
Yeah, there was a lot of collision in the start. And for the fact that I'm leading many people who are older than me, you really feel it that they're not really going with what you're doing. And we had to take very tough decisions at some point. Because it had to make me lay off most of them. The company has visions.
Of course.
Not in a way that they really disrespected me, but I feel like they've outgrown the whole system and all. So they get to a point where they're like, I know this more than anyone.
Okay.
And they get a bit relaxed. We're now not doing things the way we were supposed to be doing them. Let me say we're coming in at 8. They would come like at 10. Unapologetic. then they would leave when they want. They will show up when they don't. Like they will show up when they want. So and in the case of this, I would feel like that doesn't work well for that.
No.
So again, like I said, I talk to most of my mentors, and I'm very lucky. I have a group of very many business owners.
Yeah, well, that's an advantage.
They're surprisingly very welcoming and very willing to help. So they were all saying the same thing. Let them off, fire them, that kind of thing. It's not easy, but it has done wonders. You really now start afresh.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point.
Yeah.
Though there are some people who are still there, the people who would easily cope with the change are still with us.
Yeah.
But there are some that we had to let go.
Yeah. Of course, I think, being someone that just is taking over a new company, you have to build your own team, right? And
at some point,
if some people are not adjustable and not willing to follow your lead, then
it's going to be so
maybe
hard.
it's best to just go your separate ways in that.
Exactly. So that's what we resorted to. And then I feel like people get to really respect you according to the way you're going to take yourself. In the start, it started off like, he's not worthy. Why is it? I mean, like, okay, he's the family. He's in the family. So he has to be there.
So some people feel like you don't deserve it. Like it was just given to you.
But at some point, after some time, they get to know, like, this is why he's here. That kind of thing. And it maybe changes their mindset about this, their perception about what they're looking at. And they would come down to now listen to you. These are now people who would come to you for advice. Or let me say, there's this, we want to do something like this. What would you say about it? That kind of thing. So I feel like at some point it really makes sense after a while. Though in the beginning, it's really hard. It's very hard.
I think it's really tough for people to, to actually just accept it, right? Because, like I said, first they just think, oh, he's the family boy that is taking over. He's been given this, but maybe they forget that your mom or your family started building this 18 years ago.
Exactly.
Right? And at the same time, you were there from the beginning.
I was there.
You were taken to the workplace and being grooming and being learning to eventually be where you are, right?
Yeah, I would actually tell them I'm the oldest employee in this company. So I mean, it's supposed to be really. If you feel like you can't, I made them feel like I know almost everything about it, and I'm very sure I was outperforming all of them in all the sections. Because what I would appreciate my mom for is that I had to go through everything. Everything.
Yeah.
From the start, I was paid very, very little money, which I wouldn't even be given. Like, it's given to you. You just know I've been paid this, and in the end, they're telling you it's going to be your pocket money for school, maybe. Then you're like, how do I get to the next level? How do I get to this amount? How do I? Because you're seeing these other people getting that, so you had to work yourself to prove yourself to get to the amount that you had to be. Then I made it to, I've actually worked throughout the whole hierarchy. Team leader, then we went to operations, then general manager, then then
it took your time.
It took time. And that's what people don't see at some point. Because if someone just looks at it, it's like, no, the mom just gave that to him. And at some point, I'm very fine with that, because I really can't really explain to everyone.
No. I think some might not understand it at all, right? Despite you trying to explain everything. I was about to ask, like, how was the handover, like, from your mom being the CEO to you being the CEO? How was the handover in terms of letting the employees know that, okay, this is what's happening, right? You are going to be the CEO moving forward. But at the same time, I understand you explaining that you've done all the roles within the company, right? So for those that have been there for a long time, they are familiar with that story.
Yes,
right?
Very familiar.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's some people who had seen you as manager, but as even in that general manager role or maybe MD, you would feel these people are like, no. And it comes, actually, it's the age.
Okay.
It's not exactly that you're not doing what you're supposed to do, but I mean, how are you telling me? I've seen you grow. Some people have that in mind.
Yeah.
So it's more of that that made us had to.
Yeah.
part ways with
Yeah. I
them.
think it's also, maybe it comes down to also the culture, right? You're supposed to respect your elders. You're
Exactly.
supposed to not tell your elder what to do.
Yeah.
Right? So, but at least some of them have actually embraced and
Embraced, yeah.
accepted you as their CEO and doing things
True.
as they should be. All right?
I'm very appreciative to them. By the way.
Yeah.
It really means a lot.
You mentioned you have a lot of friends and mentors that you talk to for advice, right?
Yeah.
So if you could mention a few that have really shaped you, yeah, who would that be?
So there's a man called Lutale Dalaus. He's the CEO of Dalaus Juice.
What's that?
It's a juicing company.
Okay.
For functions.
Yeah.
And he has seen me grow.
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been in the events industry for a while.
Mm,
I used to be on site with my mom, or even in field. Sometimes when you're going for this function, and you would see people who are doing things, you're like, I want to be like that.
I see.
That kind of thing. And then when you get there, and then there's the people who you're talking to, you can easily have a phone call. To me, that's so much of a milestone. And I really appreciate them giving me that time, because these are people I was looking up to, and now we sit on the same tables together.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
So there's Dalaus Lutale, there's Mr. Chimbugwe.
Yeah. What about
There's
him?
some teachers who I don't think they know that they are part of the mentorship journey. This Ndeke.
Yeah.
He was my teacher.
So how did that teacher, shaped you? What did you learn and took with you?
So
from
my
that
teacher, the teacher, was a teacher of entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And in my high school, entrepreneurship was like my favorite subject. I think this is when I would tell this is like my calling. You know, in our O level we did subjects that at some point didn't make sense to us. I'm very sorry to say. I'm not saying education is but I mean there's some stuff that are not making sense to the point. Then we come to high school, HSC, where we're now choosing what you want to do.
Yeah.
So I did math, economics, and entrepreneurship.
Yeah, okay.
But econ and ent were my favorites.
Yeah.
Math was a bit... but it's good.
Yeah, it's good to learn, but
okay, I think it was hard.
Yeah, okay. You didn't...
But I really wanted it. I wanted the math.
Okay.
But I think
just to count your money.
Yeah. I think I wanted the basic math, not the differentiation. So entrepreneurship was really interesting. And the way this teacher was teaching was in a way that you get so much relation to what he's saying. And I've been in the space of business all my life.
All your life, yeah. So
you're like, when he's saying something, you feel like I'm relating. Oh, this is why my mom is doing this. Oh, this is why there's this. That kind of thing. And there's a way he really accorded me a lot of attention. At some point, it wasn't nice when I was in school. I was like, why? Like, chill. Relax. Like, let me be. But he really gave me this much of attention. He would be like, where is he? Let me say you're not in class. Where is he? When they're asking for answers, he would be like, randomly, Rajab, tell us, like to keep you awake at some point. So in a way, it made me really attentive in this class, and for the fact that I loved the subject itself, it really made me also love the teacher. So that's how it comes in the story. I don't think he knows.
Big shout out to him.
Yeah. Big shout out to you, Mr. Tevandeke Ismail.
Yeah. And since that was your favorite subject, would you say that was your best grade as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. course.
till
Of course.
COVID came.
Until COVID came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a weird story there. I was doing so well the whole of my my high school.
Yeah.
Then the UNEB came and I performed so badly.
What would you say? Like, what was the main cause? Of course, it was lockdown and all that.
I think I over relaxed. You know, when we had the lockdown, coming back from it was weird. Like, and I had made some money in that lockdown.
Okay.
And at that point,
yeah,
I felt like school.
you don't need it anymore.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I was doing it more basically for my parents, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I've remembered the main cause was I made money.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Right now it might not be a lot, but at that time, because I was selling juice at the shop.
Yeah.
I was getting some 10,000 from juice. I was paid 20,000 at the shop, and I would make bracelets. I still do till the day. I was making the bracelets, so they were making me. I was getting almost 50,000 every day.
Wow.
So I went back to school, and it's like, does this really make sense? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we had to study.
Yeah. You have to finish what you started.
Yeah. That's why I failed at some point, because I wasn't giving that
full attention. Yeah.
Over relaxed. We were in school alone as candidates because the rest were not there. And then life was good. Yet it's not supposed to be that good in school. So yeah, I failed. And it was so much of a very big backlash. I was like, hey.
So you had to retake that class then, or?
Not really. I didn't, though my parents wanted me to.
Okay.
So when he suggested I do that, I was like, no. At some point I was going.
Yeah.
But I didn't see myself going. Like I said, I've touched money. Yeah.
So would you say that's, let's say if someone was in your situation, right, and they got to touch money, they have two options: touch money or just forget it and finish school, right? Would you say that if they touch money, they might just focus on that, trying to get more?
Most people will.
Yeah.
Most people will focus on the money. Because the reason as to why we're doing everything we're doing, I would say it's because to get the money.
Yeah.
So most people would do that, but I wouldn't advise that, because hadn't I gone back, I think I wouldn't be where I am.
No.
Yeah. So I had to go back to school. But I didn't retake that class. I didn't repeat the class.
Okay.
Although the parents wanted me to. That's when now I get into the tech part.
I see. Yeah, that's true.
That's when I went to ISBAT, because I had to show my dad that these are the options of what I can do instead of repeating that class.
Yeah.
Yes, I disappointed him.
Yeah.
But there's still more to life. That's how I got it. Because he was saying, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. I was like, so I had to go out, look for these universities that can take me. I got the viable options. Now I had to sit with him and there's this instead of what. So we sat down and we agreed to doing the networking and cybersecurity together.
Okay.
Though I really wanted the business.
Yeah.
I wanted the business.
Yeah.
So he was like, no, everyone can do that kind of thing. So I ended up in the IT world.
Yeah.
But it wasn't easy. I think I had the passion in the beginning.
Yeah.
Then towards last semester, it wasn't making sense. So I was now doing it.
The cybersecurity?
To finish, yeah.
Okay.
You know, there's for the fact that I was working part-time, I was really wondering where this is going to take me. So you start second thinking whichever thing you did. But I still had to finish it.
Of course.
Because I started.
You cannot fail twice.
Yes, you can't fail twice. I don't know how my dad would take that.
Nah.
So I tried to finish and I graduated.
Yeah, awesome. Congrats, yeah.
It was a very nice thing. But I practiced one week.
Okay.
I've never seen myself as an employee.
Nah.
Yeah, so I asked for a job. at Uganda Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
I was given, but it was far.
Mm.
I worked there for a week.
And you saw that, I
No.
cannot see myself here.
I didn't resign. I just went.
Oh,
So
they didn't call you back like, where are you or anything?
I think they also didn't. They didn't mind.
Mm. Wow. Just like you packing your stuff and walking out. Okay.
I just disappeared.
Yeah. You mentioned as well that if you didn't go back to school, you might not have been where you are today.
Yeah.
Right. So what would have been the difference? What would have affected that decision?
There's a lot of knowledge that we get in school indirectly
Yeah.
that you don't realize this is it. For example, the interpersonal skills. When you're in school, there's a way you start to relate with people. There's a way you can easily. That's a skill people are taking for granted, but it's really needed so much in the outside
life, yeah.
world. Yeah. So there are those things that I look at. I'm like, these things are. And then I started my reading journey, reading, let me say, self-help books.
Okay. All right. You're a reader,
in
yeah?
school.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So at some point, I feel like if I hadn't done this, I don't think I would have started reading. And there's so much good in reading. So then also the entrepreneurship we did in high school.
Yeah.
There are very many things that are relatable. They're like the things you studied about and you're like, oh, there's this. This is what they taught us. Then, of course, you need the papers.
Yeah.
Because there's some places you can't walk to without them. So hadn't I gone there, I don't think I would have been there.
No.
Because I think people even perceive you according to the way
Your level of education.
your level of education. So I think I'm even respected more for the fact that I also have these papers.
Yeah.
So without them, I don't think things would be the same.
Nah, wow. Would have been even more challenging for your employees to accept you as their
Exactly. And these are people I studied. Like, these are people, some of them are my age, some are a bit older, some are way older. And these are people with papers. So
yeah.
what do you mean you coming to tell us, like, what do you have to show for yourself? Exactly that kind of thing. So I think they're very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, education is a huge thing, right? And I'm not sure about all those businesses in general in Kampala or Uganda. How do you find it in terms of competition?
Competition. Yeah, competition is really tight. But may I take it to this? If there's a lot of competition in that particular industry, it means it's really working. You just have to find yourself to the top.
You need that unique selling point.
Yeah,
right?
you need to be there.
Yeah.
And that's what I focus on.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of competition.
Nah.
I would even say I've really advised many of my, let me say if you come to me and you need advice in the particular section I am in, I would give you full throttle. I'll give it to you all.
Okay.
For it to be easy for you. And when you come up, I would still support you. So I feel like competition is healthy.
Yeah.
And we can't serve all these customers as one.
Nah.
I don't think there's anyone who can do that. But we need just the few sections that you can get. Let me say Uganda has 44 million or 45 million. All I need is 1 million.
Yeah.
The rest can
be taken.
Exactly. Or maybe 2.
Yeah.
I'm not taking so much, but
Nah.
they're still big for all of us. So that's how I look at competition. And the problem is, I would say people are looking at competition in a very different way. People are thinking of fighting you, bad mouthing, whichever thing you're doing. That's all a waste of time.
Yeah. Use that energy somewhere else.
Yeah, use that. And I always say to my employees, because they usually get more annoyed about it more than I do. You know, a client can come in and be like, oh no, I fail to agree with you. Someone has told me to try here. I would let you try elsewhere, honestly. I believe my customer is mine. Their customers are theirs, honestly. And in a way, I'm a very big believer. I'm a Muslim. There's a way I believe Allah is trying to maybe protect me from that particular client. And in the end, you get to, when you hear the backstory of whichever thing that happened, let me say it's a function, you'd feel like, no, this is not the kind of function I would want to work on.
No.
That's on my kind, that kind of thing. So we should really appreciate the competition and take it for what it is, not bad-mouthing ourselves. That's really wrong.
We should use it to actually improve ourselves. And improve the industry in general. Yeah.
And there's also this bad competition. Let me start giving you a price of, I would say, let me say 200K. Someone is going to be like, no, me, I'll do the same service for you at 50. That's really wrong. I don't think you'll get money there.
Nah.
But yet, if we had come to the same position, it would be nice. That kind of thing. So, but for me, I don't fear competition.
No.
I really actually appreciate competition. It really means that we're doing something. And I also love the thing that I have something to look up to now. Because when I believe I'm at the top, when I'm there so much, I feel like, so what next?
What's next?
But when I see someone competing with me and they're
then
like,
you get that energy.
Also, I'm like, so I have to now see how to, so much of a go-getter.
Yeah. Wow, awesome. We are reaching the end of our conversation here, man. And before we wrap up, is there anything else that you'd like to share with the audience?
Anything else?
Let's just start with your handles, your social handles. Where can they find you?
For the businesses, Kushona Designs is Kushona Designs on all social media platforms. Just Kushona Designs. Then for Kushona Executives, same thing. Kushona Executives, all social media platforms.
Awesome.
Then personally, I am Jasbar.
Jasbar
on Instagram and on TikTok and X.
Awesome.
Yes.
So that's where you find Jasbar. Right? Jasbar. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Once again, thank you so much for showing up and sharing your story.
Thank you so much, Alvin, for inviting me.
Yeah. And like I said, hopefully a couple of years from now, 3 years from now, sitting down here and you're saying that you have 1,000 employees. Yeah.
So help me God.
Yes. All right. Thank you, man.